Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale.
So I had been saying that it does not feel like we're on the road to WrestleMania, at least for me personally, right? I've been saying like it's been underwhelming for me. Okay. In the last few weeks, it's somewhat kind of picked up a little bit after this Monday Night Raw. Um, Still not there yet, but we're headed in the right direction. At least that's where I stand. We're headed in the right direction. Still not there. I still don't feel the WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania, the WrestleMania season. But it's we're taking steps in the right direction. And I'm like, okay, there's a couple of cool things going on. Um, Something that we'll definitely get into a couple of things here, but kind of want to start with a little softball one, and that is, for me, being a fan of LA Knight, yeah, just thinking like, okay, where does LA Knight fit into all of this? Like, here we are, just a few weeks away from WrestleMania. I'm a fan of LA Knight. W- What's he going to be doing? What's LA Knight going to be doing? I remember there was rumors a while back. You know what? Oh, he might be the one to face Brock Lesnar, which I thought was a horrible idea. There was a couple of rumors here and there, and then all the rumors just kind of died out. And next thing you know, it's just like nobody even talked about LA Knight at WrestleMania. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a second. This is my guy, man. I want to see LA Knight at WrestleMania. He's got to do something. Like, damn it, they keep burying this guy over and over and over. Well, looks like they do have a little something for him to do. Okay. Now, the tag team titles were on the line. The Vision, which is Logan Paul and Austin Theory, took the straps off of the Usos on Monday Night Raw. Okay. Now, I didn't see that coming. Honestly, I did not see that coming. It was a good match. I'll put it to you guys like this. It was a good match that I didn't care about. Going into the match, I didn't care about it. I didn't give a rat's ass about it. I was entertained. I was like, okay, there's a pretty good match. And even seeing Austin Theory put his left arm over, I think it was Jimmy Uso, to get the 1, 2, 3 count. as Jay is trying to get into the ring to break it up. I did catch me by surprise, yes, but I didn't care enough for me to be like, "Whoa!" Right? Like, the build up for this wasn't enough for me, but it was an entertaining match. I'm not complaining about it. And you got this LA Knight and this one dude. Look, I'm not hip and cool with all the dudes that are popular on the internet. This, I don't know, Speed, I guess is his name, the black dude. I remember him. He went into the Royal Rumble last year, not this year, but last year, and got split in half by Braun Breaker. I mean, he's somebody. He's been on wrestling before. He's been backstage. He's been talking about, he got cursed by Denhausen. So he's been part of the show here and there. It's not like he came out of nowhere. I just don't know who he is. I don't know what he does. I just know he's a social media guy. I don't know if he's on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, but something about 180 million followers or something. Good for him. Good for him. I'm assuming he's been training because I'm thinking we're going to have a match here. I'm thinking it's going to be a six-man tag because he gets involved. This Speed guy, he gets involved, and then he's as the Vision, they win the titles. He's walking with them up the ramp, and he picks up their hands like, "Hey, yeah, that's right, I'm with these guys." And I'm like, ah, damn, that's what they're gonna do with LA Knight. You know, damn it. I wanted LA Knight to get something. LA Knight, man, I'm really, really pushing for LA Knight because he's up there in age, and I just want to see him get to the big times just one time. Just one time. This whole Sami Zayn story, was like, oh man, he just needs to win this title one time. I you I feel like that on a personal level when it comes to LA Knight. Like, damn, he just needs to become champ just one time. Come on, man, just one time. And I don't think I don't think he's gonna get there. If I'm being honest with you guys, I don't think he's gonna get there. They keep doing him wrong. So, but yeah, we got new tag team champs for whatever that's worth to anybody. Moving on, let's go ahead and let's get to Gunther. Oh, Gunther. Oh, yes. Okay, so there were talks like, hey, what's Gunther doing? What's Gunther going to be doing at WrestleMania? Well, guess what? We found out. No storyline needed. However, there is time to build a story. Corey, there is time to build a story. And I'm not mad at this match. I know I'm going to talk about it right now like I'm upset about it, but the match is actually pretty good. But here's the thing, you got Paul Heyman, who is in quite a few different storylines. He's doing the whole Brock Lesnar thing with Obafemi, which we'll get to that in a second. But then he's also doing the Vision and their tag team run. And now that they're champions, it's like, okay. And then he's also got to watch his back because Seth freaking Rollins is out there trying to curb stomp him again. So, by the way, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Paul Heyman, the greatest to ever do it. The greatest to ever do it. Bar none. But Seth Rollins is out there, right? Looks like he's gonna get his evil hands on Paul Heyman again. And then just out of nowhere, for no reason whatsoever, I can't recall Paul Heyman and Gunther like getting together, slapping hands, and it's like, okay, you could be my wise man, you could be my advocate, you could be my oracle. But just for no reason, Gunther just seems like he just comes out of the crowd, grabs Seth Rollins, you know, takes him out of the ring because Gunther never actually got into the ring. He just grabs him from the legs and pulls him out of the ring, and then just starts attacking Seth Rollins. Smashes his face on the announce desk, grabs him by the hair, and Seth Rollins is knocked out. And Gunther points at the WrestleMania sign. And I'm like, okay. In I like this match. I'm not against this match, but in the era of storylines, where the hell did this come from? This doesn't make sense in the era of storylines. Good match, and by the way, you can build this matchup. We still got about what 2 weeks before WrestleMania. Okay, you can build this. But my thing is like, why did he just attack him just out of nowhere? There's no storyline there. And people have been talking, people have been pushing, like, hey, what's going on with Gunther? I haven't really. I look, I'm fine with Gunther. I don't think he's all that on a bag of chips the way most people think he is. It's fine. It's fine if you do. I to me, it's just whatever. But people were just kept pushing, like, man, what's up with Gunther, man? There's no storyline. The whole rumor was that he was going to face Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio isn't cleared. Just like the whole rumor was going to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's not cleared. And I was just kind of thinking, like, I think they'll be cleared. I think they'll be cleared to go. I was thinking this. I was thinking on the go home show, Seth Rollins would be out there trying to bully Paul Heyman again, and then we were just gonna get a spear from Braun Breaker, right? And then he points up at the WrestleMania sign. I thought that's the way we're gonna go with this, but I guess he's not gonna be ready um, till after Mania. So the whole story for Gunther was he was supposed to face Rey Mysterio. That's why they did the whole Dragon Lee thing to just kind of get under Rey Mysterio's skin. Because it was like, okay, this is all going to lead up to Gunther and Rey Mysterio. That's why you had these. And by the way, the Dragon Lee versus Gunther matches, that was fun. It was fun. I didn't really care too much about it, but it was very entertaining. But all that was supposed to be leading up to Rey Mysterio versus Gunther. And that's not going to happen. So we just put these two guys against each other. Why is Gunther just going to go out there and attack them? Don't know. But oh well. It happened. And now we have a match, which is a good match. It's a good quality match. And with the next 2 weeks, you could build this sucker. You can actually build it. I can't remember these two guys, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm just going off the top of my head. I can't remember these two guys bumping heads for me to think like, oh, okay, that's right. There's a little unfinished business between these two guys. I can't remember that. I can't remember these two guys ever crossing paths. Just out of nowhere, Gunther just comes out and attacks him and says, or he doesn't say it. He just points at the WrestleMania sign and says, like, all right, I'll just see you there. But it will be it is a good match. It is a good match. I am looking forward to that match. So, and we'll see how they build it between now and then. I mean, they don't have all the time in the world, but we'll see how they build it. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to the Brock Lesnar Obafemi. Okay, this is the time, man. This is the time. This is the time where Brock Lesnar comes out and he's ready. He doesn't come out in his jeans. He doesn't come out in his cowboy hat. He comes out ready to throw down. Right? He comes out. He's ready to throw down. It's on now. Calling out Obafemi. I mean, he's out there with Paul Heyman, and he's feeling it so much he rips the mic out of Paul Heyman's hand and calls out Obafemi. And of course, here comes Adam Pierce, security, and then here comes Obafemi. Now, some people are I don't know why they're nitpicking on this. I'll give my thoughts on it. Some people have an issue that Triple H even made his way out there and got in the ring and got in between both of these guys. Like, no, 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 no. We're not gonna have this. We're not gonna have this happen right here, right now. Like, no, no. You guys are gonna have to save it till WrestleMania because this ain't happening. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it. You know, people are saying like, oh, why does he have to insert himself into the storyline? I don't know how much he's really inserted into the storyline. He just kind of went out there, got in between the guys, like, no, this ain't happening here. I'm completely fine with it. I thought it was actually a pretty good move to have Triple H out there, where it's like, hey, whoa, wait a second. We got to call the big dog out there, right? We got to call the man to get out there. Now, something interesting. So when it comes to that, I don't have a problem with Triple H getting out there. It makes the situation bigger because here's what's going on with Obafemi and Brock Lesnar that I want to get to. It was repeated again this past Monday that Lesnar versus Obafemi was referred to as the WrestleMania main event. It was repeated again. Now, we heard that for the first time, I believe it was last week when Paul Heyman spewed that out there during a promo. Now, this time, we hear it from Adam Pierce, and I think we heard it from someone else as well. I think I remember hearing it twice. That this the main event of WrestleMania. Like, whoa, okay, is it? Because I'm thinking that Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes is the main event for WrestleMania Night One. I look, I'll tell you guys this, man. Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. It screams WrestleMania. Absolutely, 1000%. It screams WrestleMania. I'm not sure if it really screams WrestleMania main event. Now, I will say this: out of all the matches that they're building for WrestleMania, this is one of the top ones. I would say outside of CM Punk and Roman Reigns, this is the next one. I don't even. I think this one probably even has a little bit more interest than Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, unless you bring back Ted DiBiase. I remember I was talking with my son over the weekend. And I said, "Hey, what do they have Ted DiBiase as a special guest referee?" Like, wow. I mean, he did beat his case. All the charges eventually, he beat his case, so he's free. And if he's not going to be wrestled, then I mean, he stopped wrestling many, many years ago. But how about you make him the special guest referee? I mean, good gosh, can you imagine that? Who's he could be siding with? Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton? But back to this, these two guys, and Brock Lesnar and Oba Fleming, they are really building this match up. I just don't know if it's really main event material. Definitely a WrestleMania match. Definitely WrestleMania match. Main event? Yeah, I don't know. Usually when you got two big dudes like that, usually it's not going to be a main event. And who knows how long this match is going to go. I'm expecting it doesn't go any longer than 7 minutes. But as I heard, if they're planning on having Oba Fleming go over on Brock Lesnar because they're really putting a lot of chips on that side of the table of Oba Fleming for him to be the next big thing, I mean, what better way to push that guy to beat Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania? Like that would be kind of a mind blowing, like, wow. I'm just not sure if it really takes a backseat to the Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, or CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Hell, like I said, I don't even know. If it's not going to be a main event, what night do you put it on? I would say night one, because I think CM Punk and Roman Reigns, that one sells night two. So I don't have a problem with Triple H getting in the middle of these guys, and they're building this matchup. Fine. I don't really need to see these guys beating up each other every week the way we're starting to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns do. I don't need to see these guys beating up each other. And by the way, it's just Oba Fleming beating up Brock Lesnar. Um, so I don't know. Maybe they have contact with each other one more time, because this past Monday Night Raw, they didn't have any contact with each other. Yes, they both got in the ring, but they didn't have any contact with each other. But I'm liking it. I'm liking the build up to this match. I am. We have a we have a WrestleMania host, and is none other than the never seen 17 John Cena. Yes, John Cena is going to be the host of WrestleMania. Now, there's been quite a few different hosts, and then there was times where it's like I don't think there was a host last year, was there? Oh, I don't remember there being a host last year. And I'm not even really sure what the host really is supposed to do, other than they just come out every now and then and just kind of pump up the crowd for a little bit. I remember Alexa Bliss was a host one time. I think it was WrestleMania 39 that it was The Miz and Snoop Dogg, which The Miz is always great. Give The Miz a mic. That guy is great. I was there for that WrestleMania. But I'm not really sure what John Cena is really going to be doing. Maybe he comes out as a doctor of thugonomics and raps a little bit in between every other third match. But there you guys have it. John Cena, he will be the host for WrestleMania. We haven't seen him. We have not seen John Cena since.
He tapped out like a little bitch.
Yeah. We haven't seen John Cena since then. But he will be your host at WrestleMania, which, like I said, I don't have an issue with it. That's fine. Some people are saying that, hey, this is kind of a cash grab because they're not selling tickets that well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not even really sure what the host of WrestleMania is really supposed to be doing. Sometimes it's been good, sometimes it hasn't. The Miz, like I said, that was the one that was memorable to me when Miz was hosting WrestleMania because that guy is just great on the mic. Give him the mic and just give him 60 seconds to run his mouth and he'll go, man. The guy is great. John Cena, I don't know what he'll do. Well, I mean, I'm not going to criticize it. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. But I'm not even really sure what the host is really supposed to be doing. It's not like the host comes out and announces every match and hey, get ready for the Intercontinental Championship match. Get ready for it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the host is really supposed to do. Then just kind of be around. So is it just kind of a little bit of a hey, you know what? This WrestleMania is not moving as well. Let's go ahead and bring in John Cena because we haven't seen him since.
He tapped out like a little bitch.
Maybe, could be. But nonetheless, hey, look, glad to see John Cena back. All right, let's go ahead and let's bring this to an end, and we'll definitely end it with the thumbnail there. So, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. I was touching on it just a little earlier. It'd be nice if they have Ted DiBiase show up as like the guest referee or something like that, right? Okay, just like Gunther attacking Seth Rollins has no storyline to it whatsoever. Talk about no story, but they could build a storyline between now and then. But I was just kind of like, why would he attack Seth Rollins for really no reason? Okay, where is the storyline for Stephanie and Cody Rhodes? Like, don't get me wrong, I was glad to see Stephanie. I like Stephanie. I'm just kind of like, okay, something's gonna happen here. And when I saw that, because that's how Raw kicked off, I was like, okay, they're gonna bring this full circle. At some point later on tonight, this is all gonna make sense. But no, that was it. Just in the beginning of the show, and I'm like, okay, so Stephanie just came out. So let me get this straight. So people are upset at Paul Hunter Hearst Helmsley Levesque because he, finger quotes, inserted himself into the Lesnar Obafemi feud. But people aren't upset as that Stephanie McMahon, for no reason whatsoever, just decides to come down to the ring and hash it out with Cody Rhodes about his match with Randy Orton. What's the connection there? I had no problem with Paul Triple H Levesque just getting in the middle of Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. What was really like mind-boggling to me was what is Stephanie just coming down to the ring to talk to Cody Rhodes, saying we're gonna need to see, a different Cody Rhodes because this Randy Orton, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Where's the storyline to this? I don't understand it. And I was just waiting the rest of the show, like, okay, it's gonna connect some way somehow, and it never did. And then at some point, I mean, she's so invested in it to the point where she slaps Cody, and then Cody grabs her by their arm, spins her around. I'm like, oh, is he gonna hit her with the crossroads? Like that would have been something else. But no, he didn't. That That was more mind-boggling to me. That was more. Now, I don't have a problem with Stephanie. I'm just saying, if people are complaining that Triple H, Triple H, Paul Levesque, Hunter Hearst Helmsley over there inserting himself in the middle of Lesnar and Oba Femi. Oh, look at that. Wait a second. Where's that energy for how the show actually kicked off? Because I'm like, what is Stephanie walking down there for? First of all, where the heck has she been? And why does she care about this so much with the fact that she's going to go down there and have a one-on-one confrontation with Cody Rhodes to slap him in the face? Like, she cares about this so much. Where's that storyline at? That's the one that kind of, to me, I was like, oh, okay. And once Raw came to an end, because I was still waiting for something to pop up, but nothing ever did. I was still waiting for the ends to connect, but nothing ever did. And I'm like, okay, okay. So Stephanie just wanted a little bit of TV time, which is fine. I don't have an issue with Stephanie, but it just didn't make sense to me. What, out of all this, you're gonna go and insert yourself in this? All right, why not? I guess it means that maybe we'll see her at WrestleMania. So, nonetheless, it was a pretty good Raw. Um, like I said, like I've been saying, after the Rumble, right? I've been saying like, good gosh, man, this road to WrestleMania is weak. It is weak. However, these last few weeks, I'm not saying I'm jacked up for WrestleMania, but they've been taking steps in the right direction for me personally. And now I'm not saying I'm feeling it. I'm not feeling like it's WrestleMania season quite yet, but we're on the right direction. For me, that is. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are super pumped. But now I feel like we're taking steps in the right direction. And we still got a couple of weeks to go. So I'm starting to get a little pumped up. Starting to. Not that I am. I'm not saying I'm pumped up. I'm saying I'm starting. I should be a few miles down the road, but in reality, I just started up the car and put it on drive. But at least for me personally, we're moving somewhere. So as WrestleMania starts filling out, we'll see what we got. We'll see what we got. So we got a couple of weeks left to WrestleMania, and I'm not ready for Mania yet. I'm gonna tell you guys this, man, before I wrap it up. I'm excited, but not for Mania, at least not yet. I'm excited to see what they do in these next couple of weeks before Mania to get me excited for Mania, if that makes sense. So I'm not even thinking about WrestleMania right now. I'm not excited for WrestleMania right now. I think we're going in the right direction. I'm excited. I'm at the edge of my seat to see what they do these next few weeks on SmackDown and Raw to see if they get me excited for Mania. So, oh yeah, I'll be tuning in. I'll catch you guys on next one.
Take it home and I'll take off. And I'll open, let's go.